Right here in front of me is a Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. I've had this engine for a while now. You've seen it in multiple videos. And now, today, I'm gonna tear it apart. First things first, let's get this head off the block. I've actually never taken apart a ZX6R, so all this is new to me. Anyways, I'm recording this video on TikTok Live. If the quality or anything seems different, that's why. Come on. This bike has a lot of annoying plastic pieces very much in the way. All right, every bolt holding on this plastic is off, so it should theoretically come off now. Although, it doesn't want to. And it has been a while since I've looked at this engine and actually been like, I'm gonna go take that apart. It kind of got lost in all my other projects. I haven't even really thought about it. Off comes this. I'm assuming it has something to do with the air emissions stuff. Does not concern me. We got a little piece of metal off the top. And there's the second one. I'm not familiar with any of this emissions stuff. I've seen it on a FZ1 before, and that's about it. These plastic pieces are useless, especially because it's partially broken. So that's not what I'm worried about. What I want to do is get this cover off the top here. So I'm gonna start unbolting it. There's so much gunk and grime on the top of this engine. It has definitely been through a lot. All right, all the bolts came off for the top of this head here. Now we have the cams open. This is what I wanted to see. And get these hoses off. They're annoying me. All right, we have a box. We're gonna set aside a box of all the parts that come off of the cam assembly. All right, this is the part I've been excited for. We can get in here and start tearing it apart. Let's go through and get every single one of these bolts off. There's like 20 of them. Now, all but 2 of the bolts are off, and I can start pulling them out of the engine here. That also just gave me access to the top of the timing chains on top of the engine here, and the timing chain guide. There we go. Off come the cams. Got that off. I got all the bolts for it. Something sounded like it just fell, but it should be fine. Now for the cams. The camshafts, I should say. There's one. These things are really beautiful, actually. They look amazing. That's what you want to see. Cam 1 and cam 2, right off of there. Now we can work on getting this head off the bike. The head bolts, as always, are nice and far down in there. The impact driver really had to struggle with that one. This is the stubby, the M12 impact. Boy, is it amazing. Not sure why that first one was so tight. These other ones are loose. Wow. I've never had so much struggle with this. Huh. I've never had the stubby not be able to take something off. Last resort, hopefully I don't break a head bolt here. This is the strongest driver in the shop, so if this doesn't get it off, nothing will. So worried I'm gonna break a bolt, dude. There we go. We got one off. Now these 2 ones really don't want to go, but we'll see how it goes. Time to see. Not a problem. That's good. The other drivers did the heavy work. This one just came in and finished it up. To my knowledge, all of the head bolts are out, and this thing should just pull right off of here. I hope. But we'll see. Let's get the rubber mallet out and hit this thing a few times. Hopefully, this will come right off. We're seeing movement. If I get some light leverage down here, we'll pull right off. All right, there is the head of a Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. Pulled that off of there. And now, I'll set that aside and we'll tear deeper down into the pistons. And by pistons, I mean into the cylinders. We have bad news. Inside of every single one of these cylinders is 100% full of antifreeze. So that's no good. I'll flip this around. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but we got some green inside of those, which is not good. In fact, that sucks. Well, the only thing I can do at this point is just get them off and deal with it later, but I believe I have everything connecting it to the bottom end off. So now if I give it a little bit of prying, it should come off really easy. Maybe a little hit with the hammer. There it is. we have disconnection. While the cylinders are very dirty, they don't have anything bad. Although I'm noticing these pistons have some pretty bad scoring on them. I'm gonna try and pull this other hose off of here, get the hose clamp out of the way, and then grab these hose pliers and twist back and forth until it comes off. This hose is already ruined, so I don't care about destroying it. I'm absolutely 100% positively not doing this right now. So I don't know why, but the person who worked on this engine literally super glued all of their hoses down to the engine. I have no idea why, but it means taking all the hoses off sucks. Next, I'm gonna take off this starter. I don't know where the wire is. It's kind of worthless without that, but there comes the starter. Next thing that I'm gonna take off is the case on the other side, which I'm gonna try and do backwards so that you guys can see. Because for most of the stream / video, wherever you're watching it, it's been facing towards me. Got the 8mm on, I'm gonna get all these off. That's about as much as I can do without being able to see it, so I'm gonna spin the engine around, crank the rest of those off. Off comes the case here, and there's the clutch actuator. Hopefully without spilling a whole bunch of oil. Didn't really spill any at all, actually. There comes the case. And now we have access to the clutch, which is supreme. Case is off. Clutch is open and ready to take off. Next thing I'm gonna do is get the clutch off of here. We just have 4 Allen bolts, and then the whole basket we'll just be able to pull off. There's the bolt and the spring pulling off of there. We're just gonna do that for all 4. Alrighty. All 4 bolts and springs are off of there. And now I can easily pull the clutch basket out. Here comes the clutch. As long as I don't mess up the order of any of these, we should be fine. In a perfect world, I wouldn't have taken them apart at all. That's okay. We have the big high power driver and the right socket. We're gonna get the clutch basket pulled off of here. Oh my God, I got the nut off. Yes! Right here, we have the nut that was fighting me. And right here, that's the clutch basket. The inner clutch basket. This is the outer clutch basket. I think I'm gonna call that all for today. I got the clutch off of the engine. I got the head off. I got the cases off. We got some huge progress done on this engine today.